It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Lane USA, Advanced Car Care Center, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on this Monday. I hope you're getting ready for the work week ahead. We're going to start with some news, and man, we had some sad news over the weekend. An Ozarks legend, really a great character in the Ozarks and a great supporter of sports in the Ozarks, has passed away. Marty Prather, better known as the Sign Man, passed away at the age of 67. He had been hospitalized in Springfield apparently for the last several weeks with a respiratory illness. He was known, you've seen pictures of him, no doubt. Maybe you've seen him at a live event. He was known for his massive collection of giant, very clever signs that he would hold up at Missouri State games, basketball, football, baseball, as well as Springfield Cardinals and St. Louis Cardinals games. He was also an owner of several Domino's pizzas around our area. He actually made his first sign back in 1985 for the World Series. He was shown on TV, and that was that. He became the sign man after that. He started the tradition of making signs that made him a sports legend in the state of Missouri. He's actually the only person to be inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame for being a superfan. The sign man, Marty Prather, was 67 years old, and he was really, by all accounts, and I knew him a little bit, but he was a great guy. He was a big viewer of KY3 News. So when we would do the news at 9, he was always tuned in. And whenever the Great Debate, that was the thing I used to do on the news, the Great Debate, I'd have it on my Facebook page. People would vote, usually a food item, which one they liked. And whenever it was pizza related, Marty would just send over pizzas from Domino's every single time and treat us in the newsroom and on the set. And he was a great guy, and it's a big loss for the Ozarks, I think. Indeed. Missouri now has a new map for congressional districts. Governor Kehoe signed that into law yesterday. The bill is the result of a special session of the state legislature that the governor called weeks ago.
A massive new residential development is likely moving into Ozark. Should have hit the word massive because we do mean massive. The Planning and Zoning Commission there has recommended approval of a plan to build 550 new houses and 250 apartments or condos. The new development will be off Farmers Branch Road, across the road to the east, behind where James River Church sits in Ozark, behind that. The development also calls for 10 acres of retail and commercial space, more than 40 acres of green space, including 4 miles of trails. That project still needs approval from the Ozark Board of Aldermen.
You know what's crazy is that I was with your mom. I was taking your mom home a few days ago, and we drove by that very piece of land right behind James River Church. And she said, we've driven that way a zillion times, me taking her home. And she said for the first time ever, I bet that's going to turn into houses one day. So I don't know if she was punking me, if she knew something that I didn't. And I said, yeah, the kids usually end up selling the land because whatever. And then yesterday afternoon, I got home and I saw that news and I was like, that's exactly, she had just said that to me. And now it's going to be a big development.
The reason that I had an interest in news, one of many reasons, there were a million reasons why I was destined to be in news, but I remember her always reading the newspaper. So she's a news.
Well, she may have been just messing with me.
And my dad always watches the news, still, he's the news guy. So national news.
She may have been doing it just to break news to me. And then later on, I was like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah. My dad still will ask me if I know what's happening around the world, like XYZ situation. So,
well, I tell you, that's a lot of people moving into Ozark, and they're going to have to do something about the roads in Ozark because the new development that went in where the old airport is over by Tracker, there's a ton of people that drive that road and that intersection.
22nd. By the Mud House, yeah, that's a tough one.
They just got to do something. You got to widen it somehow because you're allowing all of these people to move in. You got to adjust.
Yes.
Anyway, I only noticed it when I'm over there and there's traffic.
Yeah. For some of you, your Monday commute, speaking of roads, is going to be a lot smoother today now that the latest extension of the Kansas Expressway is now open. The final piece of the extension south of Republic Road opened up on Friday. It extended the Kansas Expressway from Plainview Road to Farm Road 190. That extension has been talked about for about 40 years. If you can believe that, it has been under construction for the last 4 years. Nixa is the latest nearby town to get a 7 brew. It's going to be located off Highway 160 across the street from Brahms, kind of there by just south of the Super 8 Hotel. It'll be open next year. Meanwhile, 7 Brew is just a few weeks away from opening their newest location in Republic. It's taken over the town, isn't it? And then Dutch Brothers is coming too. Dutch Brothers is coming to Ozark, down by the Walmart exit, that one. So it's not open yet, but that will give them some competition. Branson's new Texas Roadhouse restaurant opens today. Who doesn't love Texas Roadhouse? If you go by the one in Springfield, it is always busy. They have a location in South Springfield, of course, and it doesn't matter what time you drive by. There are many, many cars in the parking lot. The one in Branson will be on Branson Hills Parkway in the shops.
Yeah, I mean, I'm amazed, and I'm no longer amazed because it happens all the time, but I think that's the busiest restaurant all the time, that Texas Roadhouse in Springfield off 60, that I've ever seen, that I've ever been close enough to see on a regular basis. It's constantly busy. I don't know what they're doing.
What about Olive Garden?
That also is busy, but I think Texas Roadhouse, it has a bigger parking lot, and I think it looks busier to me.
They're both busy.
It's like
interesting.
The old saying, nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, it's a classic. Tough loss for Missouri State football on Saturday. They lost to Western Kentucky 27-22 at Plaster Stadium in their Conference USA opener. Sadly, they also lost their quarterback, who ended up on crutches after being hurt in the second quarter. So waiting to hear exactly how bad the injury is. The Bears do not play this week. They play their next game on a Wednesday. So a week from Wednesday of this week is their next game. October 8th, it'll be at Middle Tennessee State. And the Arkansas Razorbacks got whooped by Notre Dame on Saturday, 56-13. So then they fired, I should say, the opposite of hiring. They fired head coach Sam Pittman. And to make it more interesting, they moved former head coach and former Bears head coach Bobby Petrino to the interim coach position.
Lots going on in Arkansas.
Yeah, he was fired, as you'll remember, back in 2011 for issues off the field. He was brought back as offensive coordinator last season, and now look at him. He is the interim head coach, and I would imagine a lot of fans want him to be the mainstay head coach. We'll see what they do down in Arkansas. It'll depend on how this season goes for sure from here. Then up in Columbia, the Missouri Tigers had no problem with the University of Massachusetts on Saturday. They beat the Minutemen 42-6 and climbed one spot in the AP Top 25 poll. They are now ranked number 19. And some good news from the pro side. The Chiefs looked a lot better yesterday. They got a 37-20 win over the Baltimore Ravens. They play Monday night, 1 week from tonight, at Jacksonville. So we're hoping the Chiefs are back on track.
Okay. You know what? Did you ever have to take newspapers and edit them, like copy edit in your college classes?
No.
My teacher's biggest pet peeve, all things grammar, I think, are his pet peeve, but 37-20 win should be victory, not win. And he would have ripped you apart for that, Ethan Forhetz.
Okay.
I know, right? But you have to know the rule to break it. So do you know it?
I didn't realize that was a rule. No, but
you can break this is for you, students. If you're listening in your car, you can break the rules of grammar as long as you know which rule you broke.
Who says?
College professor. In
Who wrote that
broadcasting.
rule?
In broadcasting, if this is what you're going to do for a living, you can say, where are you from? Instead of, from where did you come? Because then you just sound like a weirdo. But that one, he wouldn't let us away with that one.
Yeah, I think a lot of
37-20
journalism
win.
rules are being broken.
It's true.
Just
We
in
now
general.
say
Didn't they change?
over 1,000 people instead of more than. And we
Right.
also use numbers and then say more or less instead of fewer.
Correct.
Anyway,
Yeah. And
lots
didn't
of
they change
things.
the definition of literally a while back so that it doesn't actually mean literally? It no longer means literally.
Yeah.
So you can literally say it in every sentence.
You know why that was on the top of mind is because of whatever you said about the restaurant. Nobody goes there anymore because it's always so crowded.
Yeah.
That's what got me to thinking about rules of grammar. I don't know why. Nerd alert. Nerd alert.
That by the way is a yogiism. Yogi Berra said that famously.
Okay, here is our final piece of news for you. Don't forget that you can register to win Chiefs tickets. It's very exciting. We have a contest going on always at aroundtheozarks.com. Just click on the word contest and you will see where you can give us a picture of yourself. Just upload it and it's you in Chiefs gear around the Ozarks. So
somewhere.
in your house, in your car, driving on riding a bicycle on your trail system, wherever it is, somewhere around the Ozarks with your Chiefs gear. Not at Arrowhead.
Not at Arrowhead yesterday.
In the Ozarks.
So, not at Arrowhead yesterday. Right.
The prize this week, by the way, is a signed Dante Hall jersey. He was a legend in the early 2000s with his unmatched return ability, scoring 12 career return touchdowns and earning back-to-back Pro Bowl and All-Pro honors in 2002 and 2003. His unforgettable 93-yard return against the Broncos in 2003 cemented his legacy as one of the most electrifying players in NFL history. I didn't write that. Brian wrote that.
But it did cement
I like it.
in there.
I like it. Anyway, Dante Hall jersey. That's because the tickets, the Chiefs, we only give away Chiefs tickets when they're playing at Arrowhead. So therefore, you get a Dante Hall signed jersey if you win this week.
Okay. Very good. Good prizes. Aroundtheozarks.com. You can also check out what's happening there, the stuff going on through the week at the events calendar. And of course, it is fall festival season. We'll talk more about what's happening this weekend coming up this week. So stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Monday. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend across the Ozarks. Aside from being a bit on the warm side, things were pretty nice, weren't they? We had those nice cool temperatures for the morning hours. The evening hours sitting out on the back patio was very pleasant once the sun went down. We definitely had some warm weather in the peak heating of the day, and I think that's going to continue as we head into your new work week. So I hope your Monday is off to a great start so far. The weather's not slowing you down, that's for sure. We have temperatures in the upper 50s this morning. It's comfortable as you head out the door, but as you're looking ahead into the afternoon, we're going to warm up big time. I have high temperatures once again making their way to the middle 80s, about 85 degrees for that afternoon high temperature. And if you like this weather, where we start out in the upper 50s, we land in the mid 80s, and we have sunshine in between, well, you're going to love this week's forecast because it's pretty much the same forecast every single day. This is a persistence weather pattern, and it's going to be difficult to break. We also have very dry weather in place. It's one of the reasons we could heat things up and cool them down rather quickly with that daytime heating. High pressure, though, securely in control of our weather pattern today. It means that we have sinking air and conditions are just going to be really nice. Not even much in the way of cloud cover across the region today. Winds remain light under the center of high pressure too, so that's not a problem for you today. We'll see low temperatures in the upper 50s again tonight, highs in the middle 80s again tomorrow. And we're going to repeat that forecast pretty much every single day this week. So if you have outdoor projects, things that you're really hoping to get done before the leaves start falling or before the cool season really sets in, this is a great outdoor project week. Clean up the gardens, get them all ready for the cooler weather. This would be a great week to do that, along with any other outdoor activities that you may have going on. Plenty of sunshine on the way this week, and this extended period of dry weather is going to last for what looks to be the next 7 days or so. There's lots happening across the country, but here in the Ozarks, it's just day after day of sunshine and dry weather. I have temperatures back into the upper 50s as we head into tonight. We'll see 85 again tomorrow. Maybe some cloud cover later this week, but overall, I'm expecting sunshine to dominate our weather pattern with highs in the mid 80s each afternoon. Around the country, I mentioned some of that activity, and boy, all eyes are on the East Coast. We've got showers and thunderstorms forming along a stalled front in the southeastern United States. So that is leading to rain. And at the same time, we're watching tropical moisture approach from the south and east. I'm sure over the weekend you heard about Umberto out in the Atlantic, briefly reaching that Category 5 status. It's going to turn and move out into open water, but there's a new tropical development out there that does look to impact the east coast of the United States. And with this front already in place, it could mean flooding for many of our East Coast friends. It's something that I'm watching as we head into this new week. We've also got well above normal temperatures for much of the upper Midwest. Temperatures above average here in the central United States too, as you know, with temperatures in the middle 80s. So overall, a nice weather pattern for the center of the country with above normal temperatures. All the activity that's happening out on the East Coast and much of the southeastern United States. All right, it's time for that Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for you. And the question today is this. In India, what are johads and bodies used for in relation to rainwater? And the options were A, irrigation channels, B, rainwater reservoirs, C, rain gauges, or D, flood barriers. And if you chose B, you would be correct. Both of those are rainwater reservoirs. Now, in India, they use several different types of reservoirs or rain harvesting systems, but these are earthen dams that are built to capture rainwater and recharge groundwater in different regions in India. Other uses here are tanks. So they use them as basins for storing and distributing water and irrigation for other uses. So there's a lot of different kind of, inventive uses for some of their rainwater reservoirs, which is needed to spread that much needed water around. But congrats if B, rainwater reservoirs, was your guess. All right, with activity now out in the Atlantic, here's a hurricane question for you. Which of these hurricanes is the costliest to ever hit the United States, causing more than $125 billion in damages in 2017? Do you remember? Is it A, Hurricane Katrina, B, Hurricane Maria, C, Hurricane Harvey, or D, Hurricane Irma? You can take your guess at the website. That's aroundtheozarks.com. Big shout out to our sponsors this morning, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. I sure appreciate you starting off your week with me here at Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Have a fantastic Monday. We'll be back to chat early tomorrow morning. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Grab the sunglasses as you're heading out today and drive safe.